Look there at spectacular SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. Off we go from Southern California. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
To throw right away is Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 was that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Throw on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Tua to open with a throw. This one is caught right side by Zacchaeus. Get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he's downfield to the tight end Pitts. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olson back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return, here's Ronnie Rivers. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
9 yards.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he'll be forced out of bounds, a very short gain.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
9 yards to
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
11 yards on the connection there. First down, L.A.
First down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And some space opens as he's brought down. He's following a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on 3rd down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
Here's Ethan Evans now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Down at the 21, a gain of 1.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's got that to the rookie wide out from Georgia. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big play there for the Falcons. And even 30 yards.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Rams, nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This returnable with Rivers. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, they've punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. First down, Stafford. That's caught by Puka. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Rams first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And now we've got an injured player after that last play. Ooh, it's Devontae Adams who's having some trouble. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. It's another run here for Williams. And it'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. On play action, it's Stafford. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 30.
That is a big gainer for the Rams. And even 30 yards.
First and 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
Brings up third
and after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be third. They need 1. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Lost on the play, and it's going to bring up fourth down. What a hit.
It's fourth down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. The Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Now flags fly. Looks like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. They'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 5-yard line.
A shotgun snap for 2. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
A 19-yard pickup there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's 2. Short throw taken by Pitts. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
A gain of 10.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
They run over center with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done. And really nice job here by the defensive front.
Now whistles here and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. Now it's Tua. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts.
He was covered by
now it's going to be 3rd down.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming up.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
He'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
32-yard line.
Rams offense ready to see what they can do. Stafford now on 1st down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks. But right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
He'll get this to Kyron Williams. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 7. Parkinson in motion. Stafford from the gun on 3rd down. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
Hopkins to return it. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. Tua now on first down. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw is Tua. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 20 yards on that pass play. First down, Atlanta.
First down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Rams are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's called in on the left by Nakua. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
At the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Slot man gonna move in motion left. Stafford now on second down. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. Now a timeout Rams, it's number 2. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
4 at the 39-yard line.
Here comes second and 4. Throwing again is Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And the Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. Good throw, out wide, it's caught, and he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
12 yards.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Stafford to throw again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as the second half gets underway. Oh, yeah. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. Give, and here comes Robinson. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
A gain of 21 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 4. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Open man downfield, that's London. And he will get into the end zone. Drake London, touchdown Atlanta. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Rams nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This returnable with Rivers. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Rams take over.
The Rams offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Stafford now. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up second.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
And 2.
Third and 2. Here we go. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, L.A.
That's good for a Rams.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
More yards.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. The motion man is Nakua. On first down, it is Williams. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Xavier Watts there to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 23, here's second and 8. They motion the slot man left. Play action, Stafford. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
For the field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
Not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver. And in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
On second down, here's Tagovailoa. That one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Rams are going to get the football at their own 40.
The second down pass intercepted. The Rams take
a first down throw for Stafford.
At their own 40.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
To throw on second down, Stafford. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
On the play.
A pickup there of 13. Good for a Rams first down.
At the 47-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On second down, a run with Williams. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
They'll go with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Second down, it's Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Stafford now on 3rd down. And is caught left side. That's Parkinson. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline. And he's able to extend this drive.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Stafford's pass complete to Puka Nacua. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Stafford. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. And
this one is caught. And they deliver. Touchdown, LA. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Score, Falcons 21, Rams 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Tompkins on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. 2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
Finding space inside the 40. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now Tua, he finds Jahan Dotson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. London brought in motion. Now it's Tua. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Folks' kick is good. And the Falcons have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Gain of 16 yards.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain there of 11. First down, L.A.
1st and 10.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
The throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He'll look middle and get this one to Parkinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And the Rams.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. To the air again. Stafford. Inside the 10. It is caught. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's first and goal.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Ball is at the 8 for second and goal. Stafford to throw again. And he's in. Tyler Scott. Touchdown, Rams. Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. And the Rams back within 10. It's now 24-14.
Rams 14.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
On the give, it's Robinson. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers. It's a gain of 9.
Taken down at the 33.
And now we get a timeout
It's a gain
by
of
the
9.
defense.
Brings
Clock
up
stops
second
with
and
a minute
yard.
50 left in the game. A good spot here, second and a yard. They'll go again with Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
At the 18-yard line.
Now a timeout Rams,
A gain
that's
of
number
15.
2. They'll be
First
disappointed
down,
there after
Falcons.
giving up the first down. Another run here for Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. The Rams use their third and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson.